attacks, a website's been set up for people to show their defiance against those responsible. We'renotafraid.com was built by the web developer Alfie Dennen after a friend sent him an image of the London Underground attack. Well, the website's now received more than 3,000 submissions and had over 250,000 hits. And Alfie Dennen has joined us here at Sky Centre this morning. Congratulations to you, Alfie. It's a very interesting idea that you set this up. How did the word get out that you'd done it, though? Because it's all happened so quickly.
I'm not really sure. I mean, I think someone sent maybe an image through to Spiegel, which is a German news outlet, and they constituted the first amount of people that came in. So there were a lot of Germans at first, right. And then Italy, and somehow it just spread word of mouth. And I think the blogs, London blogs, as well as others around the world, picked it up.
It was an interesting phenomenon how the web was used so much on Thursday. Let's have a look at some of the imagery there here. I mean, this is graphic design, highest order, not afraid, just written in the road there, if you can see it. You'll see them in better quality, I guess, for yourself. But let's scroll down. This is within your site. You've chosen some of the ones you like really well. I think the keyboard one's really clever here, where the keys have been changed, the alphanumeric on the keys to spell out that we're not afraid.
It's definitely some amazingly creative stuff.
And the contribution's coming in not just from British people, that's the thing. It's really an international effort, isn't it? There's the Jaws one here, not afraid, with the right kind of typeface in the writing. I think that's clever, this one here.
It's gorgeous. I mean, there's a lot of creative stuff coming onto the site. Whether it's, you know, people's images from their holidays when they were in London, or this very creative stuff. It's all good. I mean, we're having a hard time putting them all up because there are just so many.
Really?
But
you've got too many to put up?
Well, there are 6 of us trying to do it kind of constantly, and we haven't had an awful amount of sleep yet.
Right.
But,
and you've got a proper job to maintain, I presume.
My
this
boss,
is a not-for-profit effort?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean,
yeah.
we'll be selling T-shirts and stuff soon, and the proceeds will go to the Red Cross London Bomb Relief Fund. Mm-hmm. But my boss, yeah, my actual job gave me the day off today, luckily.
Oh, that's good of
him.
OK, well, let's just show a few more, and just to point out, this is very clever, the sort of slightly old-fashioned calculator, but with the ticker tape, you know, we're not afraid, spelt out on the thing. There's some pretty clever bits of computer graphic design going on there, aren't there?
That's it. It gives people a way to kind of express themselves. I think my favourite one is a picture of a London bus with the destination being "We're not afraid," which I thought, for me, really summed up, you know, the sentiment of the site and what people are really feeling.
And it does reflect on the power of the web, doesn't it? I mean, we were using it in terms of we were asking our viewers to mail us images that they had gathered from London, but also we're aware that we're not just the only source of information these days. The blog and so on is becoming a very powerful tool within the web community.
Yeah, I think the good thing about blogs is that they tend to, I think what they do is they complement traditional journalism. They allow people to have a sort of unmoderated initial look at what happens swiftly, instantly, and then that will always be complemented by reporting from people like yourselves who then further it.
I just wanted to bring in, this is nothing directly connected with yourself, but this is a good idea which is being promulgated by the East Anglian Ambulance Trust, which I think they had, if I remember rightly, they had this around anyway, and they've just relaunched it as a result of the events on Thursday, just suggesting we should all put an entry in our mobile phone, ICE, in case of emergency, and our chosen contact. God forbid that something should happen to us or be involved in a road accident or something, at least then the emergency service has got somewhere to go to. Because we've heard these harrowing tales, haven't we, of people maybe with phones, but we don't know who they are, there's no real ID in the bag, and so on. Another good idea, and again, that's one that's being promulgated by email chat rooms and so on and so forth on the web. It's certainly a powerful tool.
I think what's interesting as well is that they've recognised that the mobile is perhaps the most fundamentally important device that modern people have, and it's something which, like a wallet, isn't going to leave your pocket. It's something which can be used. I think also what we saw online is that you're able to publish instantly using your mobile, you know, which is an important factor with things.
Do you think there's something about in the frustration of being shocked and horrified by what we've seen? It's good for people to be able to do something, and maybe for those with an artistic bent, that's something that you can do. You can register your feelings through these media.
Yeah, and I think it's quite, I mean, cathartic is maybe the word, but it just, you know, fear is a problem with events like this. I mean, if you look at 9/11, which although I personally don't think is comparable, there is a great outlash of fear. There's reprisals against Muslims simply because they're Muslims. And to create something which highlights the fact that really we shouldn't be afraid of anything, let alone these attacks, is a good way for people to express that anger or however they're feeling about the events that happen in London on the 7th.
Some very simple images just to show a few more. Yesterday I lost my friend in London. Today I am not afraid is the way that particular artist has expressed themselves. And what have we got here? Little cells within, or petals within a flower, that's right. With again the artistry coming in. And the international nature of this. Have you done a computation of how much products come in from Europe as against the UK? It's quite a lot, isn't it?
Well, no, not yet. Not yet. I mean, there's a lot of people from Italy, a lot of people from Spain, Madrid, and a lot of people from Germany. And now we're starting to see a lot of people from all over the world. Okay. So at some point I need to carry on adding these things. But luckily my friends Jan and others are all adding, as we speak.
Okay. Good to talk to you. Thanks very much for coming in to see us.
All the best.
Let's take you live now to Srebrenica.